Hey, and welcome back to Retro Gaming Rewind. Today we're going to play a game that is near and dear to my heart, Battle of Olympus for the NES. This game came out in 1989, made by Broderbund Software. They made a bunch of educational games like Logical Journey of the Zoombinis, but they also made a lot of fun games like this. And the gameplay style and opening kind of animation here reminds me a lot of some of the Legend of Zelda series, and you'll see that there's some similarity in gameplay style to this game and Adventures of Link if you've played that before. And if you haven't, what are you waiting for? So we can enter in a hero's name and a heroine. I'm going to actually be Link because I absolutely adore Legend of Zelda, as you can probably see. Alright, so we're going to Link, and well, you know what? We're going to have Zelda be our heroine for the day. Whoop. That works. Let's back it up. Zelda. Cool. And what I really absolutely love about this game is the music. So, I actually have this on the soundtrack, and I just groove out to it sometimes. So if you played Adventures of Link, you kind of have that same style. You can jump up in the air, almost the same animation. You can kind of slash ahead. And we start off with this wooden club. And we can go in here and talk to the guys and say, it says, Link, first you must go to the Temple of Arcadia to meet Zeus. So we now have a mission. And we can climb up these stairs just by hitting the up arrow. And we're going to go in here and see who we can talk to. Hello, pretty lady. There is a legend about a man who can control fire by using the Staff of Fennel. So that gives you an idea that you can get new weapons later down the road. This guy looks like the heir from Adventures of Link. Search for the spirit of the forest in the Peloponnesus. Holds the strongest sword. So we're getting all these hints of these awesome weapons that we're going to be able to get. So even though we start off relatively weak, we will become much more powerful. Inside the cave, there may be an invisible door. I vaguely remember that. That was a really cool part. And a lot of dialogue early on. I've heard that there's something hidden high up in the trees. I clearly can't jump up there in the trees, so. So we have our first enemy here, these little blue globs, and you'll kind of, if you've played Adventures of Link, like I keep referencing, they'll remind you of the main enemy that everybody hates in that game. They're a little bit tricky to attack at first. This is our first doorway in a tree. This way leads to our Argolis, but with the power you have now, you better not go there. So we can go there, but we're probably going to die. So we can continue along, and I'm just going to walk straight by these guys. The Oracle is speaking of a person. The first heart is the proof of his courage. The second heart is the power to undo the barrier. And the third heart is to start a new ordeal. I don't know what that means. Alright, gotta jump over these guys. And there's two main things that your enemies will drop in this. One is like a leaf. I think it's supposed to be an olive leaf. Kind of looks like a mint of some kind. And the other one is these orange, yep, there's one of the glowing mints. The other one are these orange orbs, which are kind of used as currency for certain things. And there's a couple other drops, like I remember you had to collect salamander skins for one weapon, which is pretty cool. Heard that the Staff of Fennel is in Attica. So we heard about the Staff of Fennel and how it throws fire. And now we know approximately where it is. This all takes place across the entirety of Greece. You'll see that little mini-map in the upper left-hand corner. I'm done fighting these guys for now. It's even the same animation when you get hit as Adventures of Link. So I wonder how much they took off that game. So we're in Attica now. Mix up the music. That guy looks fearsome. Whoop. I do not want to attack that guy. Oh shit, I don't have a real sword yet, or a real shield. In the city of Eleusis, a little further down the road is Athens. I think we want to go back because this guy, we're going to die very quickly. Woo. We're back in Arcadia. We really need to go to Zeus's Temple. You can see there's a lot of different locations to go to in this game. And as usual, we'll play like till I die 1 or 2 times. And we'll leave it off from there so I don't bore you guys forever. Alright, so this is like the... we might play till 3 deaths. Because that was pretty rough. Nope, we don't want to go to Attica. We want to go back. Arcadia. Alright, so we've got looks like a mini boss here. It's very easy to beat. Well, normally it's very easy to beat unless I suck. Alright, so you've defeated the boar, or I don't know what you would call that thing. It's like a ox. Castlevania style music. I am the god Zeus. Link, I've heard your story from Aphrodite. You can't use the power of Argus without the sword of Hephaestus. Call on the other gods to bless you with their powers. Hear the words of the gods and don't forget it. This was the password system for this game. You clearly had to write this stuff down because you could not remember. If I was playing something like Lolo, it's like 4 letters, BKBL. You could almost like make something up and wind up somewhere in the game. This was like the most complicated password system, but I think that's largely because they needed something to identify how much currency you had, what your health was at, how many weapons you'd collected. Now, some games used a battery for saving the games. Ooh. Which meant you didn't have to remember a goofy, like, 20-character long password. Those games tended to be some of the, I guess, later in the series, but Zelda had it too, so I'm not really sure why some game developers chose to include a battery and others didn't. Alright, so we're in Peloponnesus. And I remember this is kind of like the first area that we went to, that I'd gone to as a kid, that I didn't feel like I was going to completely die every time I went there. That's tricky. Alright. Be careful in the Forest of Thorns. If you burn all the withered thorns, you'll be okay. So I think we need the Staff of Fennel for that. Which I think I remember them saying is in Attica. Ooh, this is kind of cool with the trees. And this, I hate to keep on saying it, but it reminds me so much of Adventures of Link. And whenever I play Adventures of Link, I'm going to come back to this video and post a link to it so you can see what I mean. And at this point, I am just walking through random trees and forest. I really have no idea where I'm going. Oh, I can't get through the thorns. We might just play for like 15-20 minutes because I love this game so much. Groovy music. Wow, those bats are fast. I guess this is like a crazy-ass dodo bird or something. Moving fast through the forest. It doesn't look anything like what, I would think is in a classic Greek tale of any kind. Spiderweb. No! Need some health stat. Alright. Almost like need a map. I wonder if this... I have this game in the box. I should probably check and see if... Ooh. Crows told me something is hanging from the tops of those trees. Well, we don't have a way of getting up to those tops of the trees yet. I know there is a way in this game to get to the top of the trees, though. We don't have a way of double jumping yet, or jumping super high. So we're going to go back. I'm gonna die again. I didn't know it. Got another guy. Cyclops has blocked the road to Laconia. The only way to beat him is to touch his eye with a sword. Touch his eye with a sword. Interesting. That was the nail, so. Well, that I think is all we're going to play at the moment, but definitely give it a try. Once again, it is Battle of Olympus. It is an amazing game, and I think I'm going to just play this for the rest of the day now.